Hello, students. One more topic which is very important, that is pronoun. Actually, pronoun uh, is very simple definition of pronoun. That's a word which is used instead of noun is called pronoun. But we have to understand different types of pronoun which are very important for exam point of view. So let us start. What are they? First of all, introduction of the pronoun. Pronouns are important for daily communication. In this article, learn everything about pronouns. So that is here. First of all, what is pronoun? Pronoun is a word that is used instead of noun, right? So that is pronoun, right? And pro is, that is instead of noun. Okay, now pronouns enable us to refer to someone or something without using their name repeatedly. So what is pronoun? Which refers to someone or something without using name, right? So it is one of the important parts of speech, very important in fact parts of speech, because common mistakes usually occur because of wrong usage of pronoun. So here we are going to see what are they. Example is, that is John is sleeping. He will wake up at 8 a.m., right? So that he is used for John, and that is pronoun. Okay, now here the word he is used to refer noun, to refer John, and he helps to communicate about John without unnecessarily repeating the word John, John, John. So that's everything. John is a good boy. I like John because of his humble nature. John used to read books, uh, and he's a voracious reader. I'm just giving example. John studies in 12th standard. John is very uh, good sports person as well. Every time if you say John, John, so it creates monotony. That's why pronouns are used, right? So these pronouns can be further categorized. What are they? That is pronouns that indicate the subject of a sentence who is performing the action are known as a subject pronoun, right? So now important thing is, that's a category. What are the pronouns, right? So that's a here. First of all, these pronouns can be further categorized into subject, right? So that's a pronoun. uh, for this, first of all, that's a here actually pronoun, and then pronoun is categorized into subjective pronoun, personal pronoun. So they are talking about subject pronoun, which is used as a subject, right? Pronoun which is used instead of subject. Pronouns that indicate the subject of the sentence who is performing the action are known as subject pronoun, or perform the pronoun is a doer, right? Which is used instead in place of doer. You can remember that is called pronoun, subjective pronoun, right? Pronoun is used in in place of subject, subject or doer, right? So please remember, that is doer. I here subject or doer, right? So that is called a personal pronoun. And then pronouns, there's a I, we, you, he, she, it, they. There are 7 subjects pronoun, right? 7. What? I, making it again, like I, we, you, he, she, it, or they. These are called subjective pronoun. Okay. For example, I ate a chocolate. In this sentence, I is the subject pronoun performing the action. Now, object pronoun. So, first of all, according to this text, they are explaining, but I let me explain here one more example through one more example, and always take simple example. This is many a time I have repeated, but with this example we can understand. That's why I'm giving the same example. Ram killed Ravan, right? Ram and Ravan both are noun, right? Proper noun. But this Ram is doer, right? And this is receiver, right? And this Ram and this is verb, right? So doer, when we replace this word than this for this when we replace word before the verb are called subjective, and here it is the word which is replaced noun is called subjective pronoun. Please take care. And that is objective pronoun. For example, here I is always subjective pronoun. But when I goes at last after the verb, it will be me. This is the thing, right? Pronoun that are affected by the action performed in a sentence are known as object pronoun, right? These are the object pronouns. I become me, we become us, right? Then you never change, you and you common. Then he becomes him, not his, him. She becomes her, and it is common, that is common. And one more, they. Here I'm not able to write, so here I'm writing they becomes them, right? So what are they? The, I and we, right? So here I becomes me and we becomes us. This is subject, this is object pronoun, right? Here you is common, but then he, him, she, her, right? Now it is common, it, and they, them, right? So these are subjective pronoun, these are objective pronoun. Means this is the reflection. Please take care. Same here they are talking about, like what they are telling, that me, us, then you. This is first person singular, first person plural. You never change, so that is second person. Common in subject, common in object, common it's a common singular plural. But then this is he becomes him, she becomes her, right? And it and they becomes them. So this is they, a form of they. Same they are telling. Now for example, we told them. See, we is subjective pronoun, and they, they, this is the replacement of them. They becomes them, right? Now in this sentence, them is then them receives the action. Important thing is them receives the action of telling by we. We does the action and them receives the action. That is why we is subject and them is object. Always take care. That is object. That is subject and that is object. Okay, that is object. Now, after understand what is pronoun, let us discuss types. So, types is personal pronoun. Personal pronouns that refer to specific people. People is the plural of person. So, that refers to specific people or things that are known as personal pronoun. Important thing is that some examples of personal pronoun, that these are the mixed personal pronoun. I, right? You, he, she, it, then they, right? We, you, right? Okay, now depending on the points, first person, right, second person and third person, the forms of personal pronoun can change. So these are changed. Sometimes why can is written, because sometimes change, sometimes does not change. How? Personal pronouns, right? So first of all, personal pronouns, right, these are the subject and this is object, and in the subject and object always verb is there. Please take care, right? So that's a I becomes me, we becomes us, you common, right, he becomes him, she is her, right, and then further that is they. Okay, plural. Now what they are saying, I am going to make another table by which you will be able to understand. But here, because in this text what is written here, that is I, that is me, right, and I is what? Singular first person, right, and me is also singular first person. Example, I asked them to call me, right? So I, that's a very good example. I is subject, that is here. I told you in between here, please take care in this subjective pronoun and objective pronoun, there will be we is verb, right? So that's a I and me. So that's a I and then verb as and then me, this way. Okay, now we know they had chosen, they would choose us, right? So this is us. Now you is common. You said that you were coming, this way. He and him, then she and her, something like that. Okay, now next category is called personal pronoun. I have made already one video, you can see. Otherwise I will make another video. Personal pronoun is very important. I'm talking about this personal pronoun, which is not explaining according to me, but yes, I am going to make another video. And otherwise you can watch the English with Dr. Swati Singh, where I have already shared the video on it, personal pronoun, because many problems occur because of like wrong usage of personal pronouns. So I have already made one video, you can see. Now moving to next category, that is demonstrative pronoun. So that's a demonstration, means that's a which demonstrate, right? So that's a finger. Demonstrate means finger. So when we right, so when we say that he has done this and this, so that is called demonstrative. This way also you can see the demonstrative pronoun. That is, suppose wait a minute. So I have tried to make that the demonstrative pronoun, means when we put the finger, right? So that is called demonstrative pronoun, right? This way. Okay, so now what is the actually demonstrative pronouns are these, this, these, that, those. This way you can remember, right? This, then, that, singular. Okay, then these and those, plural. This is plural, this is singular. Now see what is this. The words that are used to point out or refer to particular person, right? Point out or refer to particular person, place, thing, ideas are known as demonstrative pronoun. Pronoun always take care, that's a which is used instead of noun, so that is pronoun. Some commonly used demonstrative pronouns are this, that, these, those, right? I have already told you. Examples are here. This is my book. This is the correct file, right? So here, this is my book. So that's a this is used for book, right? Those, okay. Now this is the correct file. These apples are ripe, those pencils are not mine, something like that. Next category is indefinite pronoun. Indefinite, which is not definite, right? Indefinite, not definite, not definite, right? Indefinite pronouns are words used to refer to people or object that are not clearly defined. Indefinite, right? So that's a people or objects are not clearly defined or specified by name or any other features. These vague pronouns are usually used when the nouns are unknown or unimportant, right? Commonly used indefinite pronouns include some, many, none, nobody, someone, anyone, no one, something like that. Following are some pronoun examples to understand them. He saw no one in the room, then I told everything. So that is no one, right? No one for person, everything but not clear, other people, other, right? So that is called that is these are the examples. That's a some, any, none, nobody, someone, anyone, no one, nothing, every. These are the examples, right? Which is called uh, indefinite pronoun, where pronoun is not definite. Now reciprocate. Reciprocal means just a, this is reciprocal, right? Okay, this is reciprocal. Reciprocal means what is the which reciprocate? If how, for example, this is and this is. So this now the pronouns which show a connection between two or more people or thing are known as reciprocal pronoun. Show the connection between two or more people or thing, right? For example, some example are there here. That's a we supported each other, right? So reciprocal, each other, right? So that is between two in difficulties. Today told one another, right? So that is called one another, they told one another the truth, they discuss the topic, something like that. Now reflexive pronoun. Reflexive, which reflects, right? So reflects by self or selves to existing pronoun as reflexive pronoun, while self, so the pronoun formed by adding self or selves to existing pronouns are already there, but when you add self or selves, it becomes reflective pronoun. So while self is added to create a singular pronoun, so that is selves, that's a plural of self, right? Indicates plural pronouns. Example, that is myself, my, your, yourself, himself, right? Itself, yourselves, yourself, plural is yourself, themselves, something like that, okay. Now the sentences given below accurately demonstrate how to use this pronoun. They congratulated themselves on a job well done, right? So they themselves. He taught himself how to play the guitar. She bought herself a new dress for the party. After understanding reflexive pronoun, let's explore what is an intensive pronoun. Intensive pronoun that focus on the strongly emphasized the noun, right? So that intensive or emphatic pronoun also, that is called emphasize, that is Another name of this pronoun is emphatic pronoun. Emphatic pronoun, right? So what is emphatic pronoun? Emphasize the noun or other pronouns in the sentence are known as emphatic or intensive pronoun. For example, the students themselves. So themselves represent students actually. So they are emphasizing themselves, right? So the students themselves did not understand the assignment. Then the president himself will be attending the event. So that's a himself is emphasizing president. So these that this self expression or these self expression are called emphatic pronoun or intensive pronoun, that is I myself something, right? Now next is interrogative question, right? Pronouns which creates question. The pronouns that are used to ask question are called interrogative. Examples are all WH, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Here 5 are given. I'm telling you these are 9 expressions. What, right? Why, which, when, where, whose, whom. These are the 3 and these are the 4. 7 and where, what, why, when, which, right? Which, what, why, which, when, where, whose, whom, and how, which, when, where, whose, whom, and one more WH is remaining here. That is also called relative pronoun, interrogative pronoun. So, who is this girl? Because who and girl, whose bag is this, right? So that is which is the best design of this. These are called interrogative pronoun. Now distributive pronoun, as name suggests that which distribute, right? So the pronoun to separate or distribute the members, right? For example, any, right? Every, none, this way. Example, each student. So that is each student in the history class received textbooks. Neither of the candidate impressed. So that is somewhat distributed, right? Every student must submit their assignment, are called distributed. Now last one is possessive. Possessive is belongingness, right? Belongingness now, right? So that's a pronoun that indicate ownership or show that the something belongs to someone, right? That is belongingness. Example is that is my pen, right? So that is my pen, right? His car, their picture, something like that. Okay, so these are called possessive pronouns. Okay, now last is, sorry, this is the last, relative pronoun. Relative pronouns give more information about other pronouns, very important, right? So relative pronoun give more information about other noun or pronoun, right? So that is called relative pronoun. Here I would like to tell you when WH words are used in between also, so that you can remember that all WH words which are used in between the sentence is called relative pronoun, right? For example, that right here, the girl who arrived was not Mary's real sister. Yeah, but that also comes as a link. It is used, and that pronoun is also called that's a relative pronoun. Okay, which relate to sentences I know and then life is not easy. That is joined by that the girl, and then the here the girl is represent, that is the girl is represent here this who actually is used for the girl, right? I knew whom to call, right? He knew whom to call, this way, right? So that is there. Rules of using pronouns. Pronoun antecedent agreement. The pronoun used must have the same form as the noun it is referring to. This means that if the noun is singular, the pronoun must be singular. Please take care. Singular noun, singular pronoun, right? So they ate apples, right? Because apples are plural. I bought a wooden box, right? This way, okay? Now here another example. John told George about his painful story. Rita, her sister, right? Rita gave a watch to her sister. Number two, understand context while using pronoun. We have to understand the context when that's use reflexive pronoun when the subject and object refer to the same person or thing, right? So she did all the work herself. She herself, they themselves, this way, right? So that's a proper reflection must be there. Context we have to understand, and then they themselves, he himself, she herself, this way. Use gender neutral pronoun. If you are unsure about gender, to ensure clarity, use gender neutral pronoun. When we are not sure, then we should use gender neutral. Like they attacked the village, because we don't know. So right, so they, right, it was their problem, because we there, he, she, who's, male, female. So then this way we should be very much cautious, and we should use gender neutral pronoun, because they is gender neutral, no male female, okay? Now next is avoid ambiguous references. Be careful not to use vague pronoun that could have multiple interpretations, right? So please don't use, because multiple interpretations are there. For example, John told Michael that he should now study. Now, in this sentence, not clear, John should now study to Michael to avoid ambiguity. It is not clear whether John should now study or Michael. Why? Because John told Michael that he should now study. So who is going to study, John or Michael, right? So here not clear. However, sentence should be like John told Michael, right? That is that Michael John told Michael that Michael should now study, right? John told Michael that you should now study, or John told Michael that he, because both are males, right? So this way. So this is something about pronoun. I think you must have got idea about pronoun and types of pronoun. So please take care, and if you have